Hey guys, it's Morpheus and I'm back, as you no doubt have guessed. That's right. Before we talk to Robert, I just want to take this moment to tell each and every one of you thank you. And I mean that sincerely. You know, not just for watching this series on my channel, but just choosing me to be the one that you hang out with. I have gained so many friends through this experience. It's been one of the greatest and most amazing decisions I've ever made to become a YouTuber that plays games, because it's something that I have absolutely loved since I was like 6 years old. For those of you that want to know, I'm like 45. I'm 45 now. So what is that? 39 years of gaming. I've seen it all, guys. I've seen it all. I still have my Sega Master System right here to the right of me. But anywho, we're going to get right back to it, and let's talk to Robert, and let's see how the story unfolds. Let me start here.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
As we've learned.
I learned that firsthand.
We
Try
did.
to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Will do.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true.
It is true, unfortunately.
No. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Why would I say the murderer is dead? No, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna start off like that. I'm gonna be honest.
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but
They don't have our skills.
Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm trying to find the source of my visions. I'm investigating cases of insanity. No, we want to talk about these visions of ours. And I really hate that I've made that choice now, because I know that what they're going to do to him, and by doing that, that may only fuel that feud even more. Decision is made now, though.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I need it to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I can trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
We are.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Yeah, I would say so, considering that, we're having to defend against these wild beasts. But yeah, so new case, lost at sea. Let's see, we don't have anything indicated on our map here. Let's go here to the case book. What do we have? Robert Throgmorton. I don't know why that continues to tongue-tie me. Gave me a key to the expedition's headquarters. It is in northern Coverside at the crossword of Asher and Hubert. Let's see. Okay, Coverside. Where this is Gravehaven Bay, Coverside. Oh, is that what he said? Is this it? Hold on. He said Asher and Hubert. Ashford and Hubert. No. Ashford. That's Asher. Hubert. Here? I guess. Okay, well. Oh, hold, I wasn't finished. Let me see. Skills. We have 2 knowledge points. So we've used one already. We used absolute clarity. Earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Curve to 25 pieces of any crafting material. Gain 50% chance of double request. Oh man. Gain more experience from all sources. Gain even more experiences from all sources. See, I'm inclined to do that because I feel like the more experience we can gain, the faster we can develop the rest of these. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So now we're maxed out on skills. So I feel good about that. Let's see. We have a map here. We went to the bar. So we need to get up there. So we need to walk all the way down here, go to Ferry Road. Uncertainty Street. These names are really interesting. Whisper Street. And he said, the gentleman at the beginning said that, you know, the best way to get where you're going is either by boat or on foot. So it looks, I'm guessing these here are waterways where it's blue. Am I right in saying that? If that's the case, then we really don't have a clear-cut route to get to Coverside. Not that I can see. Let's go to the port and see if we can get there from there. So let's do that. Make sure he doesn't have anything more to say.
I gave you clear instructions.
Okay, man. Good grief. Yes, you did. Jeez. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. I really do mean it. What are you guys up to? What games are you guys playing? That's what I want to know. Now, you guys see what I'm playing, but I love to know what you guys are playing. Okay, we actually can get through here now. Just really wonder if it's worth it to kind of explore a little bit. For those of you that are new to my channel, one thing you'll learn about my gameplay is that I am really good at going off the beaten path. I'm obviously going to follow the main story, of course, but I do explore a lot. I guess for a couple of reasons. One, because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I try to maximize every game that I play, and this will be no different. I do as many side quests as I can manage to do. What? Who are you guys? Just kind of appeared out of nowhere. He's on a slicker. I know that from that movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer. You guys ever watch that movie? Oh, man. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of looking around a bit. Don't really see anything I can interact with, so we're just going to go in here. What? Now, how did we end up here? Somebody must have gotten us up off the ground. Lost at Sea. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the sealed seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. Okay. So where are we? And how do we get here? Okay, my diary, part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I'd ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reached the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The official said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers guided after that ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering. It still haunts me. Okay? That's me.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Semper Fortis. Now, I'm familiar with the Marines to say Semper Fi. Is Semper Fortis a Navy reference? You guys, any of you who served in the U.S. Navy or know someone who does or just familiar with it, drop me a comment below to let me know about that. What do we have here? What is this? Charles, that's us. That's a dog tag.
Never again, they say.
Okay, let's go over here. It's a closet. Oh, we can actually. Okay, how about that? Gangster, I like that. Unlocked by story progress. Okay, King's Robes, Daywear, Man of Science, Fisherman, Police Envoy, Plague Doctor. Wow, Master Sleuth, Cultist. That's strange. What is this? Yishvanka? I'm not sure how to properly pronounce that. The gangster one, though, I really like. So we can actually change to this. Do I want to do that, though? What do you think, guys? Should we switch or stay with newcomer? I think I will go with the win code. Let's go with that. Okay. And it was something here. Laudanum. Soothes all ailments, adds to any spirits or tonic.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
You know that laudanum was also in the game Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And what was the other one? A Machine for Pigs. All right. Raids on Innsmouthers. The number of attacks on Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. The city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I regret only one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civil duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. I was just thinking about this too. You know what other game this reminds me of? Have you guys ever played The Evil Within, the first one? This kind of reminds me of that. Note from Jay Vanderberg. Mr. Reed, it seems you have overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. So that explains how we got here. Okay. Now, are we allowed to do this? We're doing it. Shell casings, metal scrap. There was something at the end of the hall. Is that a body? Okay, I can't open that. Like, would it? I hope not. What is this? What is this? The nightmares. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They're just men. The Yellow Kings' gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares a little longer, and I'll figure them out. Okay. Okay, gunpowder shells, casings, and a couple of 38 rounds. Yeah, this may be to our advantage, guys. We're going to do some investigating here. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord. Okay, this door is locked.
The door won't budge.
And this is our room here. Oh, it's got a name on the door and everything. Charles Reed in a hotel? That's interesting. Can't open any of these doors. About around here. Well, this leads downstairs. Let's try going up. Let's see what's up here. See if any of these doors will open. No, no. This one does. Whoa, what is this? I have some more supplies. Gunpowder and alcohol. What do we have here? Okay, too many coincidences. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city's port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it now. If only the city was wasn't so impossible to navigate. Yeah, I like the idea of, I told you, like I explore to find necessary clues. You just never know what you'll find. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. What kind of painting is this? What is that? Whatever it is, I can't interact with it. Okay. This last room on the left. Can't open it. Alright. We'll head downstairs. And one more. Wait, is there anything on this here? No. Alright, let's head down.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
What noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
What?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Let us. Wow. Yee. Disgusting. Mirrors, lone child, forlorn. Wow, that's a whole lot of stuff.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Well, yes, you are. What is this, guys? What is this? That can't be real. Is this like a? I don't know what this is. It's a crab spider thing that you have mounted on your ceiling, sir. What in the world? Okay, what do we have here? All right, to Walter. Walter, K help you if you hear if I hear you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again. I can live with your renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. You've been warned, Vic. Yeah, we're just collecting all kinds of items here. Is there one on? Yep, one on the table here as well. Let's see. This is pretty long. Note about the hobo signs, Darren. I think I'm finally starting to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places that you already know. Kind of like the secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I've learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to find out the meaning of some of them. You see the crooked H-shaped sign on doors around town. That means that the house is inhabited, okay? The crosshatch grid sign marks hidden caches of useful items. The V-shaped sign is for barricaded dangerous places. Good catch there, they say. I still haven't figured out the spiral-shaped sign, though. You'll have to investigate for yourself. And if you see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for a gun. Okay. We also had, let's see, raised on Innsmouthers. We've read that already. We have documents to the keep it down. The nightmares, the diary, note on hobo signs. We got all of that as well. Casebook. Loaded letters from Oakmont. Give me the key. Okay. Expedition, yes. why can't I choose? Oh, here we go. Okay, let us, wow. Okay. I'm probably not going to read through all of these in this episode. I probably will in my own time, though, just because I want to familiarize myself with what this is. But what I will do is I'll leave this up here for you guys to read. I don't want to, get to a place where, we go on and you guys don't have a chance to read this. So I'm just bringing them up. You can pause it if you like to read these on your own time, and then just come back, to the next episode, and you'll have an understanding of what these say and mean. And then, we'll definitely go on from there. So I'm just leaving these up for you for a minute, so you can read them. Just hit the pause button. Terrible fetus. What in the world? Insurmouther's notes. Lullaby Crossroad. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna take a minute to read this for myself, I'll be right back. So hang tight. Okay, guys. So this is what I figured out. So the cases are pretty much the same as I guess you could call them missions, side quests, whatever you want to call them. But they appear over here. So each one of these I have placed on the map. So these are side missions that we can go check, which I absolutely will. I think I'll do a few of these before actually doing the main mission, which if we go back to the casebook, main case is Lost at Sea, which I have also shown that on the map as well as right here. So I think what I'll do is go to some of the nearby side missions first, and then we'll go to the main mission in the next episode and continue to develop this story. It took me a minute to kind of figure all that out. I wanted to familiarize myself with how all of that worked. Again, this is a very new playthrough for me. What do we have here? To my dear nephew, my dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods would be happy to help you. I arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went. Sadly, only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed raid. Take good care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in the property, but you're still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef is in good hands. Kind regards, Aunt Portia. Okay. But yeah, I want to be familiar enough with the game to where I can navigate my way through it pretty easily without having to take too many breaks and you guys kind of looking around and wasting a lot of time trying to do things in that regard. I will have already kind of mastered that skill and know what to do. So we're going to stop here, guys. When we come back, we definitely are going to progress the story. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and that bell. I generally do uploads around 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, but sometimes I drop a new one in on you and you just don't know when it's going to happen. So you might want to hit the subscribe button, the bell, so that when I do upload something new and fresh and rare and unique, you'll be the first to know. Follow me on Twitter, guys. You guys have a good one. I will see you next time. Since I am Morpheus, I'll see you soon.